Like what's the purpose? So we run around, we kick a ball, we put it into a net. Why? And so I'm not sure that really looking at these core values, these kind of core competence, things that, frankly, CAC and other organizations have done a little bit on our behalf here in Canada,
Hmm.
that most nations are not doing that. So I think, and the reason sounds weird, the reason I like my answer is because I think maybe at a local level, provincial level, we could probably be doing more of that ourselves here in Canada, which is really doing some introspection, really digging out the values that we think are important in these key principles, and then every day waking up, looking at them again, and making sure that we're behaving in the way that is important for that organization. There are no ideal core values, of course, but I think I think that would be like step one for us would be really, because sometimes I wonder, why do we do sport? What's the purpose?
Hmm.
Right. And so and sometimes I find sometimes it's a hard answer. And then, some days it seems quite easy, but um, yeah, I mean, some of the work that we do in some nations, for sure, we end up, even though they maybe have been participating in the sport for a century, we do find ourselves often having these conversations of, okay, like in some ways we're kind of at the beginning. The sport's been played for a long time, but from a development kind of perspective, because we talk about developing people as athletes, and then that, maybe the behaviors of organizations doesn't always align with that. So I think, yeah, that's man. I definitely need a few more minutes to ponder on that, or a few more days or months to
Yeah.
ponder on that question. But I'm not really sure you can move the needle if you can't figure out why you're doing what you're doing.